Hello folks, it's the end of 2020, in that weird time between Christmas and New Year, and I'm back in the workshop, and guess who's here with me? Yes, Romeo Echo is back in for a bit of a spruce up over the winter. So the plan, let's have a look on the to-do list. I've got some collars that I want to make for the rudder post pins. I'll explain that later. Got to check the accuracy of the temperature sender because, well, I'm not getting a very high temperature when I'm flying. I've got to take the exhaust off, just paint that. I'm also going to check the piston crowns for carbon, see whether it needs a decoke. It's done 50 hours. That's what it says in the book, to decoke after that, but I've been told also that they can go a little bit longer as long as there's no great carbon build-up. I'm going to check, see if there is a thermostat. That may explain why my temperature's not getting up to what I expect it to. That nose leg bungee wants changing. I'm just going to check the play and the rudder horn. I've then got to paint and prep both tanks, so they need to come off. Remove the canopies and then prep and paint the rear cockpit. There's a little bit on the inside there that I want to touch up, and then I've got to prep and paint the main fuselage. Shopping list so far. Going to get some key rings for the rudder post pins because they don't come out very often. There's the safety pins in there at the moment, but put key rings in there, I've been told. Got to get some bungee cord. I need some masking tape, obviously some wet and dry, some primer, some paint, bit of filler, and if I do strip it down to decoke it, I'll dry it all out best I can and put some Evans coolant in there because I've been told that that's good stuff. It's freezing cold out here at the moment. I'm trying a new experiment. Fitted my wood burner in the workshop. Not sure if it's the best idea I've ever had. It's a bit smoky until it gets up to temp. It does give off a fair bit of warmth. I might even bring the kettle in, put it on the hot plate. So first job, let's get that propeller off. There she is. Give me a chance to give it a little bit of a thorough clean up. It's done me really well this year. We've had some great flying over the COVID 2020 stuff. But yeah, still in very good nick. Very pleased with it. Propeller's off, kettle's on. Well, saucepan's on. Time for brew. Exhaust next. I'm going to have a look at this little tool that I made. Just makes it easier pulling these springs off. Allows you to get a good pull on those rather than trying to grab them with the long nose pliers or something like that. You can just pull in the right direction and they loop down and away you go. So yeah, I'll be giving that a go. Just got to cut these lock wires and undo a few of these bits and pieces up here, and we'll lift it off. So I'm going to do the top first and this side bracket, and then we'll have a little go with the tool. Right, let's see if we can get a shot of this in action. There you have it. Very little splurse. So just to demonstrate that lock wiring technique that Raymond showed me, the idea being is if the spring broke, the lock wire keeps the spring on, but does it keep this end on? And as you can see, I've cut the lock wire, but the end still doesn't want to come loose, so that would hopefully prevent this bit, because they normally snap just here at the neck. It prevent that bit from disappearing through the prop and making a nasty chink in it. Just undo this bolt. So there's the colour of the exhaust. Nice and white. Feel free to give me some opinions. I know well that's burning. Let's take this bit off next. Well, there's a bit unfortunate. We've just had a power outage. And at least my kettle's working. I've got one of these in the toolbox for my plane, but I decided it'd be quicker and easier to make and a spare. We've got the manifold off. I'm having a bit of a game trying to get these EGT sensors out. I tried giving them a very careful tap from the inside, and they don't want to move. I've also tried twisting them on the neck there, but I don't want to give them too much because they're probably only brass or something soft, and they don't want to move. I've tried undoing the nut. That is not keen to move either, and even if it did, well, I can't really rotate it around because there's two of them that are stuck in there, so they're only going to land up twisted. So any ideas? If anybody's got a fantastic brainwave, let me know. Otherwise I might be repainting this in situ rather than trying to disturb these and wreck them. As far as coke or carbon build-up's concerned, I think you can see there's a fair bit on certain parts of the manifold. And the next thing to do is have a look up here. So there's some certain parts that is creeping in. And if the piston crowns are like that, I'd be keen to take it off and remove that. So I've got to rotate the engine now, except for some bright spark, took the propeller off. So I'll have to. So I don't know how good a shot I'm going to get at this. But I've been told if the piston crown has got a millimetre of carbon build-up, that is when it needs decoking. And that looks like around about a millimetre of crispy coating on there, if that is the edge of the piston crown. So the manual says 50 hours, it's done 50 hours. I'm reckoning that needs decoking. Look at that, you can see all the honing marks inside the bore still from when it was honed in manufacture. It would make me feel better to get all that carbon off those ports and off those piston crowns. So, answers on the back of a postcard or in the comments section below. Let us know what you think. Brand new engine, 50 hours ago, and the manual says decoke after 50 hours, but there's a lot of people with a lot of expertise out there and experience with 582s and 503s who say, well, you don't really want to fiddle with it too much. I've got the kit, I've got the Decoke kit, got the time. It would be a useful learning exercise to get it done, because I'm going to have to do it eventually. Also be a bit of peace of mind for when we're flying next year. So yeah, let me know what you think.